Wham! All right, we're talking about how suffering can only live in psychological time. The quality of your consciousness depends on your perception of the future. For example, when you get 100 on a test, oh, my life is good, my future's gonna be good, I'm smart, I'm intelligent. You get a 60, it's, oh man, I'm so stupid, I'm a failure, my life sucks. What happened? What is the difference between those two? The difference is your perception of the future is now altered. Now your past is shaping your present, and the outcome of your present is shaping your future.
What?
You must free yourself of any psychological damage of the past. Anything that already happened has already happened. You must really dissolve this negativity and live in the now, because your now will impact your future.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So we've established that the quality of your consciousness impacts your future. Like I said, you get 100 on that test, you feel great. You get a 60 on that test, you feel terrible. You're projecting the feelings that you feel currently into the future. Well, I feel good now, so I must feel good in the future. I feel bad now, my future probably isn't that bright. You guys feel that. I know you feel that. I feel that. We're human beings. Quality of your consciousness impacts your future, but what really impacts the quality of your consciousness is the now. Your present impacts your quality of consciousness, and your quality of consciousness impacts your future. So if we're running that arrow, we're running that line, I just put it up right here, I put it up for a quick second. If we focus on really getting present, really being present within ourselves, not being judged by our past, not going so far into the future, not doing any of that, we're in the present, that's going to mean that our quality of consciousness is always going to be good. It's always going to be positive, it's always going to be bright, because we are really focused on the now. And when we're focused on the now and we're present, our perception of the future and our actual future is going to be much brighter, because we're doing everything we possibly can within the now. So obviously, I'm not saying that you're never gonna think about the future. You're obviously gonna think about the future. You're obviously gonna think about the past. But the thing is, too much future leads to anxiety, leads to stress, and leads to fear. You are now afraid of the future because you're trying to analyze it and figure everything out. You are not present enough. You're not focused on what you really will always have. Because life, like I said, is a series of the infinite now. You're worried about a now that hasn't occurred yet. You're in the now right now. Right now, when you're watching this video, it's right now. You need to worry about what you're doing in this moment. You need to really think about that, and therefore your future will be changed. Likewise, if you're thinking about the past too much, it comes with shame, sadness, guilt, resentment. You're not there anymore. All you're doing by thinking about the past is ruining your consciousness right now. You are instilling negative emotions about the past within you right now, the only thing that you're ever gonna have. You need to get in the moment. All of these problems are caused with the mind identification, and you are so gripped in psychological time. You think that you are the past and you are the future. How are you the same person that you were yesterday? We all learn, we all get better, we all adapt. That's the point of life. Why are you shackling yourself to a person that didn't know as much as you do right now? You're gonna know more than you did today. Tomorrow, you're gonna know more than a year from now. So don't worry about it. Worry about the present. Put yourself in the present and really see the essence of life. Animals don't have a perception of time. They're always in the moment. Human beings judge themselves in the past, judge themselves in the future, and as a consequence, they're not in the present. Suffering can only live in time. Suffering can only live in psychological time. Like, let me ask you this. What are you lacking right now in this very moment? Tell me right now what you're lacking, what you're missing, the void within you. If you are really present, there's none. There's no void. But when you're projecting yourself in the future and you're judging yourself for the past, you've now created a gap which causes anxiety. Causes a feeling of a void, which is why you feel that. You need to bury yourself in the now, in being, so therefore you're not gonna feel any of that stuff. You're not gonna feel any of that. If you're identified with your mind, and you gave me a list of all your problems, and I swapped them all out right now, I just took them away, you would soon have a list of new problems. And that is because you're identified with your mind. Because your mind loves to create problems to give itself a sense of self, like I said.